millions a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. X3. 218, jump. You got that.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
50's the mark. There. They go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Rock it. Hey, Alpha.
Locke now on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put it into a playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevius Mingo. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Friday.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got the tight end, Benet. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
What? 380.
I'm coming after you.
Cut.
On third down, Carson. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
What? 280.
42.
Yeah. You don't want no.
Check.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. Here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more.
Check 4. Check 9.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a first and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke to Michelle on the screen. And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Clock now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Block now. Closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 0. Check the call. Mike's 42.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Buying time to Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. You got to take care of the football. You got to hold on to it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. On second down now, it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
3rd and 1.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. That 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, Charlie. He's checking. Crash.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch safety creep.
Hey, wahoo!
Safety's creeping. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
I'm here all day.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Here we go. Hey, echo. Hey, dribble.
Again, it's Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10.
Now Wilson on first down. Underneath pass here to Van Ness. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Peek in.
Hey, team 6. 52. On the ball.
Clock now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Locke. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On third down, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Michel. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Haywood!
So we got man.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 54. Hey. Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second down and goal. Locke. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. Here's Locke. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Michelle on the counter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lock off of play action. And the pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went. No adjustment.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12. Check 42 for Mike. Check.
On third down, Wilson. Flushed out right. That's caught by Penning. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson leaves this one with Penning, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 34-yard line.
Run left. Hey.
Mike's 4-2. Come on. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ziggy Ansah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he finds Penning. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
25. Still got 4 down. Alert.
It's been a long day for you. 58.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
I got you. He's coming.
Another try for Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now on the return, the ball is loose.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one?
I put a star. I put a star. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, stand up.
He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Penny, a first down carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, you got deep?
Again, it's Penny. And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5 and 6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.